As a software developer who's been using AI non-stop to automate workflows, and I've been keeping up with the latest research papers, I'm here to show you what actually works with AI right now. Practical tools, real automations, and proven workflows that you can plug into your business now. Just the stuff that's quietly transforming businesses. I'll cut through all the noise and show you the smart approach. Stuff you can actually use to automate your business today. Let's get into it. So what we're going to cover: voice agents, no-code workflows, day-to-day business use, lead reactivation, vibe coding, and personalization. Internal research agents are one of the most powerful ways businesses are using AI today. Imagine having a digital colleague who understands every part of the organization, always up to date, and able to instantly recall any document or piece of information you need. That's exactly what some companies are building. In-depth research agents that help owners and department heads stay on top of everything happening across the business. Let's say you was onboarding a new hire to the business. We can pass them this research agent and they can ask endless questions to it without feeling awkward, getting instant answers on accurate company data. I'll give you a quick run through of how they work. They work by having an orchestration agent. Think of it like a manager of all the other AI agents. A top level AI supervisor who decides what tools to use, when to use them, and how to combine their output into one clear, accurate response. Here's how that works. First, the lead agent receives a question, but instead of answering it directly, it analyzes what the user is actually asking. Maybe the question requires searching a knowledge base, pulling data from a database, checking a live system, summarizing a long document, or even executing a workflow. You might need to look through your documents, check internal systems, review past reports, or even pull up relevant data. It then uses the right tools behind the scenes to give out exactly what it needs, all automatically. That's the difference between a chatbot and a true internal research agent. And because the orchestration agent sits on top of your system, it's always working with accurate, real-time information from your internal tools, your data sources, and your documents. When the new hire asks a question, the agent doesn't just search a document, it knows how to look across multiple systems, run multiple tool calls, and synthesize everything into a straightforward answer. Of course, for any of this to work, you need a solid foundation of clean data, organized systems, and well-defined processes. The better your environment, the more powerful the orchestration layer becomes. Next up, voice agents. And these have come a long way from your old school robotic phone menus we all hate. In the previous video, we built a customer service agent for a demo, and it really shown how powerful these tools can be for a business. The project focuses on one use case, automating a booking system. But that's just the start. Modern voice agents can have customized conversations that are built on previous conversations, remembering details about the customer in the past. They can greet customers by name, pick up where they left off, and even tailor responses based on previous preferences or history, all automatically. On bookings, these agents can qualify leads, follow up on appointments, manage support tickets, and even guide customers through troubleshooting 24/7 without fatigue. The result? Faster response times, happier customers, and teams that can focus their effort on higher value work. This level of personalization isn't the future. This is already happening for businesses. Now this one's huge because you don't need developers or engineers or a big budget to get started. It's no code or low code tools. No code automations is absolutely thriving right now. Tools like Zapier, Make, and N8N have been supercharged with AI. Now businesses of any size can build powerful automations without needing developers or IT teams. I've seen so many business owners use these tools to streamline their day. And the best part, the barrier of entry is so low. You don't need to hire an expensive developer. You can do it yourself. Businesses are using AI-powered workflows to automatically qualify leads as they come in, route them to the right person, summarize customer emails, generate personalized replies, track tasks, and even turn raw notes into polished content, all without lifting a finger. We're starting to see a rise of micro automation teams. Small collections of automations and AI agents that act like mini assistants inside the business. They handle admin, support, scheduling, and repetitive communication so teams can focus on more meaningful work, stuff that actually moves the needle for the business. The next part is something businesses completely overlook, and it's costing them hours every single week. Even with all the buzz around AI, most teams are still not using it to its full potential. You've probably seen it for yourself, colleagues who have heard of all the hype but haven't actually built AI or an automation into their daily workflow. Or maybe they've experimented with a few tools but they're not using them efficiently. A quick win here is to train your staff on the systems you already have. Most businesses are already sitting on tools that include powerful AI features. They're just not using them properly. A short training session can unlock a ton of hidden value and get everyone working smarter with tools that are already in place. Because sometimes the biggest improvement doesn't come from buying new tools. It comes from using the ones you already have, but better. There's a real gap between knowing AI exists and actually using it for everyday tasks. Things like summarizing long emails, drafting responses, auto-filling CRM notes, turning messy meeting notes into clear next steps, or generating quick reports in seconds. These are simple wins that can make a huge difference to daily productivity. When your team understands how to apply AI to these small, repetitive tasks, the impact compounds fast. Workflows become faster, communication can become clearer, everyone feels more confident instead of overwhelmed. You don't need a new platform. You don't need a massive tech overhaul. You just need to help your team get the most of what they already have. The payoff is huge, and most companies are leaving it on the table. Let's talk about one of the fastest ways to generate revenue with AI without spending a single cent on ads. Here's where AI can make a real impact, bringing old leads back to life. Every CRM is packed with past inquiries, cold contacts, trial users who never converted, people who were interested but not right now, and the conversations just faded out. But this is exactly where AI and automations can become a superpower. Instead of scrolling through hundreds or thousands of old contacts, automations can dig through all of that historic data fast. It can identify patterns, look for behaviors, compare past responses, and actually tell you which leads are worth reaching out to again. And it doesn't stop there. AI can help you craft personalized messages that feel natural and relevant, messages that sound like you actually remember the person, instead of blasting them with a generic, "Hey, just checking in." This isn't about spamming your old databases. It's about targeted, intelligent re-engagement, finding people who are ready now. Sometimes the timing is right this time around. Sometimes their situation has changed. Sometimes they just needed a nudge. And the best part, even a simple AI-powered reactivation workflow can bring in real results without spending a single cent on ads, new campaigns, or chasing brand new leads. Because before you spend money reaching out to strangers, it's worth revisiting people who have already shown you interest. This is where the lowest hanging revenue usually is. AI just helps you harvest it. Now this one's a game changer. AI powered personalization that feels like magic to the customers. Look what McKinsey had to say about it. 71% of consumers expect companies to deliver personalized content. 67% of those customers say that they are frustrated when the interactions of the businesses aren't tailored towards them. You know, when a customer reaches out to your businesses and you have to dig through all the old messages and jump through different systems just to figure out who they are and what they needed last time. It slows everything down, it frustrates customers, and it makes your team's job way harder than it needs to be. Imagine your AI already knows everything about them, their previous conversations, what they asked about last month, the services they use most, and even how they prefer to be communicated with. All of that context ready the second they get in touch. This level of personalization used to be something only the biggest companies in the world could afford. You needed enterprise software, huge data teams, and complex integrations, but not anymore. Thanks to the latest generation of foundational AI models, small and medium-sized businesses can offer the same experience without massive tech stack or huge budgets. AI can automatically gather history, highlight previous issues, pull up relevant notes, and summarize everything in a clean snapshot before you even start talking to them. It's not about replacing human connection, it's about enhancing it. AI does the heavy lifting, the searching, the summarizing, the remembering. So you can do the part that actually matters, giving customers genuine, meaningful interactions that feel personalized instead of transactional. When your team isn't busy hunting for information, they can be present, they can be helpful. They can build relationships. This is where AI creates a real impact, not taking people out of the process, but giving them the information and the context to deliver incredible services every single time. Now, if you've got a team of developers, this is where vibe coding comes in, and it gets a little bit more interesting. This term's been on the rise lately, and big companies are making a lot of money from it. As you can see, Cursor raised 2.5 billion in their last round of funding to develop their AI assisted development environment. AI coding tools are not here to replace developers, they're here to supercharge them. I'm not talking about handing full control over to AI, which the term suggests. What I mean is using it as a creative partner, something that helps your team move faster, test ideas, and clear repetitive tasks out of the way. Tools like GitHub Copilot, Cursor, or even ChatGPT code features can help from everything from debugging to documenting or generating snippets that fit into your project's vibe. It even serves as a useful tool between the bridge between your technical and non-technical staff in your departments. Once your team gets the balance right with AI coding, it will supercharge their dev team's productivity just for $20 a month. So that's the landscape right now. Some of the things I've noticed in businesses use most, and that's actually working. So you don't fall in the 95% of AI projects that fail. These aren't future concepts. They're practical AI tools or processes that businesses are using today to reduce workload and operate smarter and boost productivity. If you want to see more real-world examples, deeper breakdowns, or step-by-step builds, make sure you're subscribed, because I'll be diving into each of these in more details. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.